So this is the Spinosaurus, okay? A shape for the head. And I'm just going to kind of make a shape, and then I'll go back and put detail in it later. So here's a head shape. We're going to draw in like a jaw and whatnot here in a little bit, but we'll just leave it that way for now. I'm going to draw a neck coming down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sketch in a shape for the back, and I'm going to draw that spine that's on the back later. Okay, it's kind of starting off a little bit like a T-Rex. So if you wanted to modify yours and make yours into a T-Rex, that would be okay. I'm going to draw in an arm back here on this side, and we're going to draw in some claws and stuff in a little bit, but right now I'm just going to leave it as a big shape. And then I'm going to draw in an arm over here. And again, we'll draw in the claws later, just making a big shape right now. So right now I'm going to sketch in a leg. And the cool thing about dinosaurs is that nobody really knows exactly what they look like. So if you want to make some changes, if you want to add some things to them, make some changes to them, it's totally okay, because like I say, nobody really knows for sure what they look like. So you can kind of make it up a little bit. Oh, sorry, I'm drawing light. Go make it darker. Sorry about that. If I start drawing too light, tell me. Draw darker. Okay. So then I'm going to draw a tail shape here in the background. And I'm going to draw a nice curved shape on the top. Okay. So we're going to turn this into a dinosaur. Okay, first thing I want to do is kind of figure out where I want my eyes to be. So I'm going to draw a little curve line, and I'm going to draw an eye underneath that little curved line. Okay, and then I'm also going to just draw a little bump on this side where the other eye is. I can't really see it, but I'm going to draw a bump right there so that I know the other eye is on that side. Okay, and I'm going to add a little shadow right here on this part of his nose, and as his nose comes out, I'm going to sketch in kind of a rounded nose shape here, and he would have quite a few little tiny teeth, so if you want to add some little tiny teeth in there, you can do that. I'm going to draw a little curved line here where the jaw is, and then I'm going to extend a line out right underneath that, and I'm going to create the rest of my dinosaur's jaw. So just kind of like that. I can add some more teeth to the lower jaw if I want to. I'm going to draw some lines to kind of indicate a bit of skin texture or shadow. Kind of the direction of the movement there. Okay, so I have a little bit, I'm going to give him a little nostril here. I can't really see that in the picture, but I just decided he would have it. Okay, so just go ahead and sketch in a little bit of that chest there. I'm going to kind of draw some curved lines there to indicate direction. And now I'm ready to start getting a little more detailed with these claws. He's got basically three little claws. So 1, 2, 3. And you can make some little wrinkles like wherever his arm is bent. And then just add some claws to the end of those. If you want to, you can add some texture because he does have kind of a texture like that on his claws. Okay, we're going to do a similar thing to this side. So go ahead and sketch in your 1, 2, 3 claws. Add your little sharp points to the end. And then give him some little texture lines if you want to. I'm going to give him some wrinkles there. Okay. And then we'll work on this back leg here. On his feet, it's the same thing. He has 3 claws, but I have to draw them a little bit differently because of the direction that I'm seeing them from. So I'm just going to draw like that so they look almost like webbed feet. I'll draw a claw on each of his toes. And then I'm going to add some texture here. So you can kind of work with the, and then if you want to add like some detail of like some bony looking protrusions there, you can. This leg, it's going to be a little bit of a different view. He's got kind of a weird little claw thing up here, but I suppose he probably has on this side too, and we just can't see very much of it. And so we're going to just draw 1 claw, and then 2 claws, and then the third one is not able to be seen very well from that angle, so we'll just draw it like that. So you can go ahead and draw in your textures if you want to. And he's got a lot of wrinkly places, so you can really play those up if you want to. I'm going to put a little shadow right here where his leg overlaps his body. Okay, and then we want to give him a tail. And the way he is in the picture, his tail is kind of pointed off in the distance. Give it a minute to adjust to the. See, his tail is kind of going away from us, so it looks smaller as it gets further away. If you wanted your tail to be a lot larger looking, then what you could do is sketch yours so that it curves around more in the front of him, and then you could make it a lot larger. So it's kind of up to you. If you want a look more like this, where you have a larger tail, where you can add more details, make it swing around in front so that we can see it better. If you want it like I have it, then you can have it that way too. The way that I have it, it's going far away, so it looks small. So it's kind of smallish looking. And I'm just going to add some texture to that tail. Okay? And now I want to work on this spine part. That spine has quite a lot of detail. Basically, I'm going to just draw a ripple edge. So I'm going to do like a little scalloped edge. And then from each of those little scallops in between them, I'm going to draw a line coming down. And kind of angling in towards the center a little bit. So it almost looks like a fan. So if I want to, I can then play around with my shading. I think I want to make it so it's kind of dark at the ends and it kind of fades to lighter as it comes in. So you can kind of play around with your shading. We don't really know what color this dinosaur was. We just kind of make things up. Like, I think that archaeologists that look at dinosaur bones and try to recreate the skeleton and recreate the creature, I think sometimes they just kind of look at other lizards and what their skin is like and what their coloring is like, and then kind of borrow ideas from that, because we don't really know for sure. If they were hairy, that would be cool. I'm just going to draw some little V shapes as this attaches to the rest of the body. So, just a little detail there. And you can kind of create a texture or a value that transitions into his back here. So I've got a pretty cool looking dinosaur, I think. I'm pretty happy with it overall. And so now what I need to do is create an environment for this dinosaur. Is this dinosaur like just a statue in a museum? Is this a dinosaur from a long time ago that's roaming around? And what's the landscape like? So I'm going to sketch in a horizon line, and you can make it flat if you want to, or maybe he's in like a mountainous area, so you want to make your landscape more rocky, like it's more boulders and strange things going on in the background. So it's up to you what you create. Is there a lot of vegetation around this dinosaur? Like grass or trees or plants? What kinds of vegetation and what kinds of the landscape would be around this dinosaur? Where I have vegetation growing in front, close to me, I would be able to see more details. You know, maybe there's some kind of cool prehistoric flowers growing. Maybe there's some other animals. If you want to make it really imaginative and make it like Jurassic Park, it's kind of like a science fiction story, you could draw actually some people running around and maybe some cars driving by or whatever. So you can make this as imaginative as you want to once you have your dinosaur figured out. So I think I'll just sketch in, like, I don't know, maybe there's some kind of a tree or something in the background. Just kind of make it up. This is kind of just a made up picture because we know dinosaurs don't exist anymore. So you can sketch in whatever details that you want. You can make this like a really tiny dinosaur, and maybe his huge friend is standing behind him, so all we can see is his giant foot. You decide, okay? And when you're finished with your drawing, remember to put your artist signature